What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and the meltdown over Trump's State of the Union has bled into late night television, where both Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert attempted probably their most Olympic levels of spin imaginable. They had no energy, no jokes, and only did their part to continue to draw the eye of Sauron and just how pathetic Democrats acted. Look, I understand Democrats are in office, Republican president. Republicans are in office, Democrats president. It happens practically every 4 years. They're swapping back and forth. But only one party seems to be full of raging children. We all know that nearly 80 Democrats skipped the State of the Union last night in some sort of lame protest. But the reality is that they just showed they don't actually care about America, in the same way that Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert don't care about America. And their meltdowns post-State of the Union are legendary. And we're going to get into that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, if you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out. And Private Internet Access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private Internet Access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, Private Internet Access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private Internet Access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with Private Internet Access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get Private Internet Access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for. Now, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert had a field day with Donald Trump's lengthy, fear-mongering State of the Union. Well, let's start with, I didn't see any fear-mongering. I basically saw, for the first half an hour, Donald Trump going point by point very expertly on all of the things that have been going well. Has the Trump presidency been perfect? Far from it. I can't think of a single president who was perfect. This is the problem. People expect absolute perfection, and when they don't get it, they blackpill. This is true of both Republicans and Democrats, and it is not a healthy way to live. It's not a normal way to live. It's not a normal way to it's like being a fan of football and being mad your team doesn't win 50-0 every week, even though it's winning 35-21. It's ridiculous. Or a baseball team. Well, we only won 3-1. We shouldn't have given up that one. I have friends like this. My dad used to be like this about football. And it was like the most insane, unhappy way to live. I'm not calling my dad insane. I mean, that mentality. And we can see the liberal media is trying and failing to spin this. Let's see, TMZ posting this clip, which we're going to take a look at, of Jimmy Kimmel expertly slamming Donald Trump. Looks more like a meltdown and looks like it's gone a little backwards. As they've tried to promote Jimmy Kimmel, what's coming up with this? Well, TMZ tried to push this nonsense, and you get a photo of this appears to be AI generated, but the story itself is real. TMZ founder Harvey Levin named in the files, described as a, quote, good friend who could help with PR and defend Jeffrey and smear his victims and accusers. Oops. Let's see how. Oh, look, it's Jimmy Kimmel with his buddy Stephen Colbert. We see island visitors. We see George Clooney, Hillary Clinton. I don't know if that's true or not. You got to be careful with these lists. Jimmy Kimmel, Joe Biden. Again, I don't believe this list is correct. I believe that there have been, we all know that Jimmy's best friend was Jeffrey's personal chef, and he also helped him open a restaurant, I believe, during the coup. Again, what's new? Can these guys stick to comedy? The ratings are tanking because they can't see out of politics. Jimmy Kimmel and TMZ make me extremely proud of my vote. Jimmy Kimmel hates America and Americans, so this tracks. This guy needs some new material. It's getting old. Color me shocked. Where's all the people agreeing with him? Where's all the people like where? I mean, this is a very AI bot. Now the AI bots are buying, you can see Jimmy Kimmel's critiques reflects how speech continues to provoke strong reactions across late night and political commentary. This is a bot. I tried to make replies on X verified only, but now the bots are just paying for it. They think people didn't watch it themselves, so disingenuous, gross. I want humor, not politics at night. Loved his show before TDS. So their own fans are turning against them. Here's Jimmy Kimmel's expert takedown. Let's see.
Where we are still all digesting the Burger King speech tonight. And
what's wrong with Burger King? I mean, the Burger King by me is no good, but I'm not exactly sure why the speech itself was, why is Burger King catching a stray?
what a speech it wasn't, huh? I can't believe America missed an all-new Will Trent for this one. It was angry, right? It was an angry speech. The theme.
I don't think so. There were a couple of times where Donald Trump was clearly annoyed at Democrats acting like petulant children. But for the most part, I didn't think it was angry. I mean, he had 2 medals of honor. He brought in Irina Zarutska's mom. He brought in a young child that survived the horrible flood in Texas, and then the man that saved her. I mean, in my opinion, and I'm somebody who actually watched it reel to reel, I watched the whole thing. I thought it was rather uplifting, other than when he talked about, I don't know, illegals taking the lives of Americans, which actually does make people mad.
The theme of tonight's speech was all foreigners are murderers.
No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't. The theme of the speech, in my opinion, was that, hey, I know the Jeffrey stuff isn't going over well for me, but look at all this other stuff that is going well. And by the way, I still and have never believed that, Democrats have anything on Donald Trump in terms of those files, because if they did, they would have released it under Biden. If they did, they would have released it in 2016 to sink his presidency. If they did, they would have released it in 2024 to sink his presidency. When I am warming up more and more to the idea where Trump calls it a hoax, like I mean, yes, I know the things happened and that there are bad things that happened, but the hoax is that Democrats actually care about the victims. They don't.
And Trump just, he said 0 illegal aliens have been allowed to the United States on his watch.
Okay. Seems like a W.
But the door is always open to those who come in legally to be his next wife. So that's something.
No, he didn't say that. He said the door is open to people who come in legally. Right? And I love how they always try to slam Melania, like, well, he doesn't like illegals. So Melania, it's like, well, Melania wasn't an illegal alien. She didn't cross the southern border under the cover of night using a coyote. That never happened. It's just Democrats desperately trying to rewrite history.
He bragged about ending DEI. He bragged about kicking 2 million people off food stamps. It was
incorrect. He did not say he kicked people off. Again, 39 seconds, 5 lies. He talked about raising people up off of food stamps, meaning they got a job or they got over the poverty line, so they no longer need food stamps. He didn't brag about kicking anybody off food stamps. I mean, we have eyes. We can look at the clips. This stuff never gets community noted because X is still run by leftists in the community notes program. And this is a problem that Elon apparently just refuses to fix.
It was like a Christmas message from the Grinch. Trump applauded the efforts of a World War II vet who liberated an internment camp. At the same time, he is building new ones here in the United States.
Like Obama did, like Joe Biden did. I'm not exactly sure what his point is here. What exactly is he going at here? Again, it's just not reality.
He claimed gas is down to $1.85 a gallon.
It is in that one spot. Yes, it's in the low 2s where I live. Jimmy Kimmel lives in LA.
When you ramble mostly incoherently for 2 hours, is that technically still a speech, or does it at some point become a conniption?
There's literally no laughs. His entire crowd sitting there, just in silence, waiting for the applause sign to go on. Rolling Stone, Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert have a field day. Let's look at the comments. The cope is hard with the libs. Jimmy's a ped. Gee, I wonder why late night is dying. Good. Kimmel and Colbert are brain dead tools. This makes perfect sense. Kimmel and Colbert are comedians. The entire progressive left and Democrats are one big joke. Rolling Stone is the epitome of trash. I mean, nobody. No, it's like they've become completely powerless in controlling the narrative. Completely. Like it's just unironic garbage trash. And it is the state of modern late night television, and I cannot wait for it to go away. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you have yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.